Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is our live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, from Las Vegas, it's Tony Brown. Got Jay Briggs, Alex Smart, Millz Young. We got Ninos, Big Al McMordie, and Damian Sosh. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Smart, Sosh, McMordie, Ninos, Brown, Young, Briggs, and I will close this one out. All right. Got a big card here from NHL, but small portions the rest of the way, but some quality there. Some NBA, a couple from the NBA, NFL as well, college football. And let's end the World Series. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. If I'm over at Pig Dogs, I'm pretty on fire right now over the past 3 days, sitting on top of the leaderboards. Bring him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How's life treating you?
Life's treating me well. Could have been better, but I guess some G Leaguer had to hit a 3. Yeah, so, it didn't help me too good in that Laker game, but it's all right. But anyway, let's go down here tonight. We're going to be looking here at this Magic game here against the Warriors here, with the Warriors favored 9.5 total here at 226. You're going to look at this one a different way.
Yeah, I'm going to look at this one. I'm going to follow the great Draymond Green. I know he's one of the greatest basketball players that's ever lived. You can just ask him; he'll tell you. But anyway, on a more serious note here, and I'm going to keep it simple, stupid kind of thing with me. The bottom line here is Green hasn't been playing a lot of minutes. I mean, 28.6 minutes per game. And the Magic are the type of team that just don't give up a lot of assists. Very grinding, very defensive-minded basketball team. And, they rank 11th in the NBA in opponent assists at 24.3. So I'm really looking at what's going to happen here is the great Draymond Green just not going to have a lot of opportunities to get the assists that he needs. And Orlando's going to make sure that this is a grinder. They're going to try to make sure it's a grinder anyway. And we'll see what the sloppy defense of Golden State does. But anyway, long story short, we're going to take the under. Draymond Green, 5.5 assists.
All right, so we got Alex here with Mr. Single-double himself, Draymond Green here with the under 5.5 assists. Keep him in single digits. I want to keep him under 6 here. Yeah, he's averaging 5.4 assists here on the season this year, and that's down, way down. Matter of fact, that's the lowest he's been in about looks like 8 seasons with the Warriors.
Yeah, and it looks like the Warriors are taking a different direction as the season goes on, and possibly in the playoffs if Golden State can make the playoffs, we'll see. They should, but they should be able to. The West has really changed this year, so my eyes are open to that. But yeah, I just don't think for now anyway. Draymond Green is fade material along these types of lines.
All right, there we go. Well, we see just 3 assists here against the Heat, and he's got him in under 5.5 assists. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs for tonight's action here. As we said, he's been on fire atop the leaderboards. 2,048 units of profit over the last 30 days. That is all documented over at Pig Dogs. So if you go over to the Handicapper page and check out there, you'll see Alex Smart's numbers have been impressive here. All right, Alex, like I said, we got the biggest card tonight is on the ice, but we have a couple from the NBA, college football, World Series, NFL. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, because we have some college football tonight. We have this Thursday night with App State at Coastal Carolina. We also have the NFL Thursday night football game. We get to see the great Philadelphia Eagles take on the not-so-great Texans, and I have a total on that selection. I've got some NBA sharp money late steam. That's also a total. And already for tomorrow night, I've got some college football up with Duke going against Boston College. A bunch more action that's not shown to the public right now, but it's in the back end, and it's there for all my clients that get longer-term packages. And we'll have a lot of action this week, a lot of college football, a lot of NFL. Once again, lots of NBA. Everything's rocking and rolling right now. We're going to go into college basketball next week. So, hey, it's a great time to get a 1-month program, and let's make some money together.
Exactly, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 2,048 units of profit last 30 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also showing great profit here in NBA as well as college football, NFL. So great time to get on board with Alex. He does have his NFL Thursday night total up there. Profit guarantee, must earn a profit. Credit guarantee, must earn a profit, or the amount you purchased is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also Thursday night, App State Coastal Carolina winner on the board as well. NBA sharp lines as well tonight. Also in action here with Friday's plays. But again, probably your best value here, as here we are in November, is just get the 1 month. The way Alex is running, just don't even think about it. Get the 1 month all sports pass. This is the month to do it, right? We got the NFL for a month. Of course, those Thanksgiving games are part of that. College football, you know what they do. All the big matchups are toward the end of the season. Last 3 weeks of action here. Last 4 weeks of regular season. That will also be part of it there with these great rivalry games toward the end of here of the regular season, as well as, of course, college basketball, which begins here on Monday. Of course, we have those holiday tournaments, right? The feast week. We got all those tournaments that are on NBA arenas, and of course, it is also the Gonzaga U.S. tour that they run in November, December, where they fly all over the U.S. like a rock and roll band, just making these stops around the United States. So that's also part of it as well. So on hockey, so get on board with that 1 month pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. And of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, it's always great having you on the show. Keep up that awesome work. We'll talk with you again next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great weekend. Take care, gentlemen. All of you. Have a great weekend. Let's make some money. Take care.
Let's make some money indeed. Alex Smart here on the drive to. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's go out to the city of unbrotherly love. And that's our man, Alex. I say that because there's a video flying around there with Mattress Mac there in Philadelphia. But I thought let's bring him in, Alex. I thought he got off a little easy there in Philadelphia, if you ask me.
Yeah, right. He definitely did. It's going to be. It should be fun tonight. I'll tell you what. It seems like in this series, whenever one team has momentum, the other team grabs it back. So it's hopefully here for the Phillies fans, it's their turn to grab that momentum back. And Thor's on the mound tonight. So let's pull form.
All right, maybe we're into the zigzag here to close the season. We'll see how it rolls here tonight, 8 Eastern time. Magic and the Warriors. We know the Warriors have ticked up from their opening line. I think they were 8 to open now. 9.5 total, 226 in this one.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people here coming in on the Warriors. I'm going to be looking at the total here in this game. The champs, they're off to a little bit of a struggle here out of the gate, 3-5 in the season. Now, the offense has been very good. The defense, though, it's not like last year. This defense is currently ranking 29th in the NBA in points allowed, 121.3 points per game they're giving up right now. Take a look at the Magic. They're kind of just the opposite. The Magic is pretty decent defensively, not so good offensively, though. But in spite of the good defensive efforts, it's a team that seems to give up a lot of three-point field goal attempts. Might not be so bad. You're playing, a team that really can't shoot the ball. You're playing Golden State. You're going to expect them to take a ton and make a ton. Stephen Curry, he's off to a great start, averaging 30 points per game. 40% from beyond the arc. Right now, they play at the third fastest pace in the NBA, so the Warriors are going to get up and down the court and get those shots up. The Magic, they're a young, energetic team. Paolo Banchero's off to a great start in his rookie campaign, and in spite of their offensive struggles here, the Magic are actually averaging 117 points per game at home, so I like this game to go over the total. Golden State so far are 6-1-1, playing to the over, and I like this one to go over as well.
Yeah, we got Damian here on the over here with the Warriors and Magic over 226. Hard to argue that when you look at how the Warriors have played on the road, haven't won, haven't covered. And the reason why is they sit 29th and second last in road defensive efficiency this season. The Warriors have given up 121.5 points for 100 possessions. It's a net rate of -14. So they're having struggles there at playing defense. And this is a Warriors team who usually see about 100 to 102 points per possession on defense. They're way out of whack defensively.
Yeah, not really sure what exactly happened. I don't know if it's a little bit of a hangover from winning the championship. Maybe, the chemistry isn't there right now. I mean, look at what happened before the season here with Draymond Green. And, no matter what they say, those guys shake hands, say, yeah, no big deal. I mean, I saw the video. It'd be a big deal to me. I know that. But yeah, it's something's wrong there in Golden State, and I don't think they get it fixed tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think the impact of the two players, but the teammates around him, right? How do you address Draymond Green now? You're kind of a little bit afraid of him. Right. You say the wrong thing and the guy could lose it. It could be a little chemistry issue there, and of course how they the interaction between the players, I think, is impacted tremendously amongst the teammates now.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's something that it's just really an uncomfortable situation for everybody involved. I don't know what the Warriors do from here. They look to move on from Draymond Green. I don't know. Maybe it's something with Michigan State. I don't know what's going on over there with those guys. But yeah, it's got to be uncomfortable in that locker room. No doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Warriors Magic over 226. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Damon, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Prim for tonight's action. As we said, a big card on the ice. A couple from the NBA as well as college football. Single games here, World Series and NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, it's a nice card, but I just got one out there on the board today, Tony, and that's in the NFL game tonight between the Eagles and the Texans. It's, I guess, Philly against Houston this week, and I'm on that one. There's against the spread winner that I really like, and as always, guys, that's on sale for just $15, so cash in with that. Hook yourself up with the longer-term package, 3-7 30-day plan, 2-for-1 capper deal. Lots of money. As we mentioned, college basketball is right around the corner. Can't wait for that to get started. So cash in now, guys, and then hook yourself up with the long-term plan.
That's right. Long-term plan. Got on board here with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dodge Premium. This feature tonight is NFL Thursday Night Primetime. That's his $15 premium credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account. That is credit guarantee. And as we mentioned here with the long-term passes, he does have a 3, 7, or 30 L sports pass. But if you're looking for long-term, 30-day is the way to go, especially now with all these sports overlapping. We've talked about it already with the NFL on the Thanksgiving. College basketball starts Monday. We got the feast week, all those holiday tournaments, the ones you see on NBA courts, the ones you see over in Hawaii, and I know they do one in Cancun. There's many the Atlantis. I like that one because it looks cool on TV with those blue and black lights. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on there. So get on board there with Damian Sosh with that 1-month pass. Use the promo code PICK. At checkout, we'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damon, as always, good having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again. We'll talk with you again in a couple next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night, great weekend.
You too. Damian Sosh here on the drive. So, guys, if you missed any picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Lots still coming up. A lot of coverage here from the NFL game tonight. Some college football in there as well. Let's go ahead and let's welcome in Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Spin. We're doing great work up there. Again, fantastic numbers here in 2022, all after being the top unit producer at Pick Dogs in 2021. I think we're ready to bring in Big Al McMordie in right now. Let's see. We got him here. There we go. Big Al. Big Al, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you on this Thursday?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go tonight, 8:15 Eastern time on Prime. We've got Texans here, Amazon Prime. There used to be a channel called Prime back in the day. But anyway, Texans here to host the Eagles here. Eagles laying 14, total 45.
Yeah, in the NFL, when you get a team that's favored on the road by double digits, typically it's a great team versus a team from the dregs of the league. But a lot of people don't have the confidence to bet on the really bad teams when they play the really good teams, but that's exactly what you want to do. When you take a look long term at how the best teams in the league do, when they're playing the worst teams on the road, the best teams stink. Double-digit road favorites going all the way back to 1980 are 99 and 124 ATS. They're especially poor if they're off 5 or more straight-up wins. Those red-hot great teams are 15 and 34 ATS. And yes, Philadelphia is undefeated at 7-0, but when you also take a look at how teams do when they've got a record of 5-0 or better, and they're playing away from home and they're favored by more than 6 points, they don't do very well either. They're 18 and 34 with a push. So I think, you just have to hold your nose and you have to take the Houston Texans in this ballgame.
All right, we got a big out here on the Texans here, plus up here. I don't know, I think it is 14. That might have been a typo on my part. Let me just verify that. I believe it's still 14 in this game. It is 14, yes, plus 14 here against the Eagles. Yeah, Big Al, as we were talking about, as you're talking about that those numbers there. Have you factored any of this when we look at the team in that situation where we're facing such a short week, right? Short week of rest after the Sunday game. You're traveling, playing here on a Thursday.
No. Okay. The short answer is no. I could quickly look. I could just, do something real quick and see if any of these numbers change. If you look at Thursday games, I would be stunned if they do. Let me just see something. Days equal to Thursday.
As they always say, it's always tougher on that road team having to travel. I don't know, overall on the Thursday night, does that hold up?
Yeah, there's only, so few games are played on Thursday, but here I'm looking at, for example, San Francisco, Arizona from 2019 fell in that situation. The short week, San Francisco was the really good team playing Arizona. They were a double-digit road favorite, minus 10.5, and San Francisco won by 3, laying 10.5, so they didn't cover. So, again, small sample size, but one game, but no, they didn't cover on Thursday either.
No, that's right. There hasn't been a lot of that's true. The Thursday night game, we won't see too many of these situations here. But anyway, Big Al here on the Texans plus 14 against the Eagles. This one has a start time here of 8:15 Eastern time. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dog's Premium for tonight's action. As I said, we have a big card on the ice, but a few from the NBA, one NFL. We have one World Series, a couple from college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dog's Premium?
Yesterday we were 3-1. We cashed on the ice with the Maple Leafs. I've got another NHL Slapshot Club winner for Thursday night hockey action. Nothing in baseball. I've been passing this whole World Series. Haven't released a play yet. So I've just been enjoying it. But I've got 3 NFL plays also posted for Sunday, including my NFL Game of the Month. And if folks haven't checked out the NFL podcast that Jay and Mitch and I do every Wednesday, it's on archive right now. My picks there. We talk about every game on the board. My picks are 77-44, and I think one push so far, so it's been pretty good, and it's free.
That's right, guys. That's right. Get on board with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dog's Premium. Great year, 2,502 units of profit. That is documented over at the site. You can verify those numbers by going to Big Al's Handicapper page and go down to Pick History. You'll see it there. NFL Game of the Month up there right now here from Big Al. Also, Big Al has a late winner, as well as a slap shot winner time from the NHL. Divisional total of the month. So a lot of action up here from Big Al. And of course, the way Big Al is running, you may consider either the 1 month pass or the 1 year all sports pass. Get all of Big Al's plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase. Of course, we talked about the month of November. It's going to be busy with a lot of sports in action. We've talked about the NFL. You cover all your Thanksgiving NFL, all your Thanksgiving college football in that week. Of course, the big rivalry games are coming up here at the tail end here of the college football season, included here in that 1 month all sports pass, as well as college basketball. All the great holiday tournaments you see on these NBA courts, and in Hawaii and Cancun, they play all over the place. So, and
have you ever gone out to the Maui Invitational?
Never.
It's the most fun thing you could ever do. Put it on your bucket list.
Yes, I will do that, because I've heard people tell me that many times. It's awesome out there. So that's all. Those Big Al has plays there. That will be part of it. Of course, as we start the college basketball season here on Monday. But that 1 month pass is the way to roll here in November with all these sports overlapping again. Or if it's in your budget, you may just consider the 1 year all sports pass, because the way Big Al is running. We saw his top. Was joined the site last year sometime, and then top unit producer for the year. Again, doing it again here with over 25 units of profit for 2022. All documented over at Pick Dog's Premium. All right, Big Al, as always, have yourself a great evening. We won't talk again until after the Breeders' Cup. We're going to be looking at any Breeders' Cup races.
In the distaff and the filly and mare sprint, maybe I was looking at those 2 races. Maybe Clairiere. I don't know. I'm not going to have anything for sale. That's for sure. I might, do some stuff for my own personal
purpose, right? Of course. Are you going to try to beat Flightline?
No, I actually wrote an article about that. It's no. No way. Are you? Are you going to?
No, I don't know yet if I'm going to look into it. I'll pick up the racing form and take a look at it. But my thing is it bounces the other way. When you put up a monster race like that, you only go one way, right? You go the other way.
Yeah, I think you could try to put some horses, like Taiba underneath them or do something. But I don't. I'm not going to try to beat them. I don't need to be a hero. So.
That's right. No need to. All right, Big Al, enjoy the weekend, and we'll be checking out. Of course, on the weekend, you'll be part of the. Maybe we'll get something about the Breeders' Cup on the weekend shows, because you'll be on there with Mitch and company.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what. Like I said, I like Clairiere. I don't know. I will take a further look at it. Maybe I'll put something, up for free on Saturday.
Yeah, maybe for Saturday, or if you chime in, I'm sure Mitch will bring it up during the morning, the weekend shows that you join them in. So we'll check those out. All right, Big Al, have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week.
Okay, adios. Bye.
Adios. Big Al, McMordie here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to welcome in El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, he does contribute to the weekend shows as well. Let's bring him in right now. He's a big poker player, we know, so I won't ask him any horse racing questions. Big El Ninos, what's happening?
Doing good here. How are you?
Doing good. I don't know if they do bet on the World Series of Poker, but it's really small limits. I see that once in a while, but. Anyway, I want to make sure we have.
That.
You didn't even know that.
I think I've seen it a long time ago. Now that you mention it, it sounds familiar. Not anything I'd be interested in betting on, though.
All right, nothing to bet on. No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Here we go. We're going to more coverage here. We're going to player prop action here. Texans facing the Eagles tonight. We know the Eagles are 14, total 45, but you got some prop for us.
Yeah, I got premium on this one. There's the cider total. If you want to find out, go check it out on the premium site. But got a nice little prop for us. Been going pretty well for us on these shows, so I figured why not go for another one here. Looks like a good spot for Miles Sanders to get an anytime touchdown here, laying a little bit of juice, but he should be pretty active today as his team's 2 touchdown favorite, so you should expect a lot of running if they get that kind of lead going, and they're playing a team they should dominate, at least on paper. But it is Thursday night, and anything can happen. So, but again, this Eagles defense. Anyways, I just sorry, I was a little mixed up there. But I like Miles Sanders. Sorry, as I said, to get his touchdown here. I think as I said, only got 9 carries in the last game, but he's been a lot busier than that before that game. He scored in. 4 of their games so far, 4 of their 7 games so far, and I think he, as I said, should be busy and has a good chance to find the end zone in this game.
Yeah, El Ninos here on Miles Sanders anytime touchdown here at plus 120. Anytime, that means you can get the receiving too, because he does average a few receptions, about 2 receptions a game, maybe a little less than that. He didn't have one against Pittsburgh, but one thing to note here, as you mentioned, looking at this one, he had a career low in attempts last week. He did have a touchdown against Pittsburgh, only 9 rushes, and that before that was the bye week, and now you have this short week. So when you look at Miles, he's had only 9 rushes in 2 weeks. So you think if they need someone to run the football, you're going to have that big time off, a lot of time off before we face Washington the following week. So this might be a game where he gets a lot of carries in this one.
Yeah, and this Texans defense, here we go, pulling up the right numbers this time. Not been good against running backs. They've allowed multiple touchdowns to running backs their last 2 games. And more often than not, actually, just 2 games without allowing a rushing touchdown. And then they've also allowed a receiving touchdown to a running back. So, yeah, running backs tend to do well against this defense. And, again, it's probably because they're not the best team in the league, and running backs get their fair share of reps and touches. So, yeah, as I said, it was a quiet day for him last game. But, yeah, great spot for him to bounce back. And I think he gets us his touchdown this week.
Yeah, I think you have a good shot at getting a lot of attempts to run the football. You get near the end zone. He's fresh. Nine rushing attempts the last 2 weeks. Remember that, the bye week. So you need that first and goal, a runner, give him the ball. His legs are fresh. And this one will have a start time here of 8:15 Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium here. El Ninos here with us tonight. Well, we got your sport is your top sport here is is the NFL this year. You're doing great work. 501 units of profit. We have the one game tonight from the Texans. You said you have over at Pig Dogs. Also on the ice, we have an 11 game card. Huge game on the card. As the NBA's 2 games, college football's 2 games, World Series 1. So a little bit of a few sports. One big card from hockey. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, hard for me to pass up any action if there is any in one of these sports. So I do have my best bet in each sport, and a couple extra plays there for everyone on the long-term passes. I like this NHL card a lot, so I do have a 3-pack in the NHL as well. And yeah, actually a couple different 3-packs. If you want to check that out, as I said, a good time to pick up a long-term pass with all these sports going today as well. So So yeah, check those out, or the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the results here in the NFL have been great, showing coming off a monster day yesterday. Up there, he does have his alpha bets. He gives you his best bet from the NFL, baseball, and NHL in one pass here, which is a credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also, individual plays here from El Ninos as well. Another 3-pack up there, so he's filling up the board here with plays. So get on board, and of course, instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider from El Ninos getting the all sports pass. Now, here we are in November. We've talked about the 1-month pass. That's a great value there because we're in November with all the great sports overlapping. You want to try them out. You do have the 7-day pass because you'll have NFL with the 7-day pass on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, and that includes all the NHL in there for that period of time. And we'll get you a few days of college basketball that tips off here with the monster card here on Monday. So that's a good thing to consider there. But again, we're really recommending the 1-month pass here in November because it's November. It's a kind of a no-brainer. Just get the 1 month. There's just so much action, so many overlapping sports, so many big games here from college football with the rivalry games, NFL, Thanksgiving period, the college tournaments, the action that goes on during holiday week, during feast week. So it's a great time of year. So just get the 1 month and don't even think about it. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, El Ninos, is always good having you show. Have a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Have a good one, Tony.
You got it. El Ninos here on the drive, too. Let's continue on here on the show. Guys, if you miss any picks, don't worry. We're getting a lot of people signed in. We'll recap it at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. Back into the show, we got some hockey. We got some more NFL as well as college football. So we got a lot happening here on the second half of the show. To kick it off here, let's go and welcome in Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium as we go off to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome in Tony Brown. So we'll bring him in right now. You find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's see if we bring in Tony right now. Here we go, Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on?
It's doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 8:30 Eastern time. Hey, my favorite team, the LA Kings, are on the road here. Continue this road trip as they face this Blackhawks team. Look at this. Kings here lane minus 180, total of 6.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the game. It's going to be a close game, no matter how you cut it. But I'm going to go to the total in this one, and I think this one is a gift. The totals I've seen this year, they've been set at 7 and 7.5. So to me, this 6 for this one is low. I thought for sure this one would catch a 7, but it's only at 6, and I think we see this one by the intermission. The Kings give up game just about 3.8, so you might as well say they're giving up 4 goals a game. And Jonathan Quick just doesn't look the same. It looks like LeBron and Tom Brady and all them. Father Time is catching up with him. And then, excuse me, I'm old. And their opponent, the Blackhawks, they're giving up 3.5 goals a game. So it's like these guys are out here playing defense like it's optional. In college football, they say when you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. What about if you have 3 goalies? Chicago's running a trio of goalies. It's not like nobody can really stop the puck. So with the puck, going in early and often, I think this is a very low number, and we cashed this pretty early, taking over.
All right, Tony Brown says Kings Blackhawks over 6. This reminds me of the Kings team from way back in the 80s when you had the Dion and you had Lassard. These guys didn't play a lick of defense, and they used to call them back in the day. Tony Brown used to call them offensive defensemen. That's what they used to happen. When you look at the Kings, they don't play defense. Their defensemen look like offensive defensemen, and they did improve the scoring. But I think they added, and it seems to me that's what their whole focus is on scoring. Matter of fact, on the road, they've gone over in 6 of 7, and the one they didn't win, it pushed the total.
Yeah, these teams have went over 2% of the games. It's amazing. I mean, if you're a gambler winning 7 out of 10 times, you're going to stay at the bank. 17 of the 22 games combined for these two teams have cashed the over. Like, they're the Brooklyn Nets of hockey. They just want to outscore. Don't even focus on defense.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nets and Denver Nuggets. That's another team that doesn't focus on defense. All
right.
They do is play offense. That's it. All right, we got Tony Brown here on Kings Blackhawks. Yeah, that's how they look. Kings Blackhawks over 6 should be exciting because it is exciting when you don't play defense. This game will have a start time here of It's 8:30 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's go over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. So great results here in the NFL this year, doing great work. Of course, we're back in NFL again tonight, as well as we got some action up there on the board. We also have a big card on the ice. NBA, what do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, I left some action off tonight. I stayed away from that. Like I said, just take the over in those games. You should be all right. I have a top play in each of the leagues. So I have the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and MLB World Series. You can get those individually, or you can grab them up triple play. Everything's on there but the baseball. The baseball is a step. But you can get the NBA, the NHL, and the NFL games in a triple play tonight. And, of course, you always can get the long-term pass, the month, the week, or that VIP year. You get my full 365 days of plays. This year is almost over, so basically every single play release till this time next November. We're in November now. It's a VIP pass. It's for serious players only. If you're serious about making money, go to the page, grab that pass, and let's make money for a full year.
That's right, guys. I got on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dodge Premium. So great results here in the NFL. Also, the hockey now at plus 555 units of profit. Tony Brown's been great on the ice, so get on board there, showing good profit as well in MLB. So get on board tonight with Tony Brown as he puts together some plays for you. He has a laser lock up there for you tonight. Up on the board, he's got his Thursday's 3-play right now. He takes his best bets from NBA, NHL, and NFL, puts them all together in a 3-pack. Affordably priced at $35. It is credit guarantee. You must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. As well as the long-term passes. Tony talked about that VIP 1-year all sports pass, which is a fantastic value there because you're in action all year. Tony Brown's in Vegas. He knows what's happening in this industry. So get on board. And of course, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. That'll save you 15% off on that 1-year all sports pass. It's a significant savings here. It's $195 off when you use the promo code PICK at checkout for Tony Brown's VIP all sports pass. So get on board there with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. If you need a little less coverage there than the 1 year, you can always check the 1-month pass. So those are great options too, and then renew after the 1 year, because that, of course, this time of the year with the 1 month, that's the way to roll. But the longer term passes is the best value now with all these sports overlapping. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having your show. Thanks for playing hurt. I know you've been a little under the weather, and we'll talk with you next week. Oh, he might have lost signal there from Tony Brown, but he had been a little under the weather. Hope he gets better. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru, playing hurt. Got to appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in our man Millz Young. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been on fire here with his UFC picks and more. And you'll catch him here on the weekends, on Saturdays, show doing the MMA show with Brad. He also contributes to the weekend shows as well with Mitch and company. So let's get to Millz in right now. Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going awesome tonight. Awesome day today out here. We're both in SoCal, so we know it's a little chillier, but we love it. Love this time of the year. But anyway, tonight we're going to be looking again at another prop here with this Texan and Eagles game.
Yeah, man. I'll just tell you guys this, man. Be cautious on what you guys are doing with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. These Thursday nights, they get spooky. Halloween just passed, so you know it can get spooky, okay? A lot of people got them in your parlays, but check it out, man. They're like a minus 700 favorite. So unless you're going to lay some points with them to try to get some money, don't worry about that. I got you, man. I got you with a player prop. Player prop to get you on top. Actually, it's kind of like a double header on this one. You know, I like to call it my Mills Propfecta. It's going to be looking at one player to get 2 different props in cash to give you some plus money. The guy I'm going to be looking at, man, rookie running back, Damian Pierce with the Houston Texans, coming from Florida. Right now on the year, he's ranked 12th at rushing, 549 yards. For the last 5 games, this guy gets about 20 carries per game. He only had 15 carries in the last game where he didn't actually have a good game, only had about 30 yards rushing. Every other game before that, he had 20 attempts in those games, eclipsing yards of 90 rushing yards in those games. So this is what I got for him. I'm going to take his rushing yards over 65.5, combine that with his reception prop of over 2.5 receptions to get some plus money, a Propfecta to get us a plus 180 parlay out there. So I'm combining his reception prop with his rushing prop to get you on top.
There you go. We got to hit from Millz here with this. He calls it Propfecta parlay as well. Damian Pierce over 2.5 receptions with over 65 rushing yards. here. Plus 185 is your return. Yeah, you always got to be careful with these Thursday nights, especially with this fat and happy 7-0 team in an out-of-conference game. This is not a divisional game, so I think a little, you're right. It's got to be very careful in this situation where a team has been kind of looking, again, they don't face a really tough opponent here. But one thing to note here, we saw that flat spot from the Eagles on the road against Arizona, and when you look at their numbers on the road, they're giving up 5.2 yards to carry on the ground, so you know the game plan is going to be really structured to keep these running backs active here against the Eagles defense.
Glad you mentioned that right there. Exactly, man. They give up about 110 yards rushing per game. So if you're looking at just from a prop status, we only need 64 yards. On top of that, Houston Texans, they're not a team that has like 2 running backs that they're getting the ball to. Unfortunately, the quarterback is their second leading rusher, and he doesn't even run the ball like that, yeah, definitely. When you look at it, the Eagles are definitely vulnerable in certain spots. Check this out. They almost lost to all the bad teams in the NFL. The Jacksonville Jaguars, my team, the Detroit Lions, and the Arizona Cardinals almost came back and tied the game, but the field goal forgot what to do. The field goal forgot how to kick the ball. So if you look at those 3 teams right there, those were the teams that they were most vulnerable against. So I'll be honest, man. The Houston Texans just suck, though, man. But the bright spot is this is their best running back that they had since, like, Arian Foster and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, just be careful out there, man. Don't try to get too fancy on the game because I'll put it like this. What does the Texans have to play for? Pretty much nothing. Brandon Cooks is out right now. They got Chris Moore at wide receiver and Phillip Dorsett. Come on now, man. But the thing is this. Anybody can come out of anywhere and make some surprise catches. Ikely last week came through and, won everybody that money on DraftKings, and everybody was playing other people. So it's just those games to where you get certain players that could come out the blue. So, but definitely, man, this is going to be a crazy game to watch. I'm not going to be enjoying it. That's why I had to get invested in these player props.
That's right, and of course, you know what it's about. Being in the MMA game, it's about merch sales, right? Let's sell some Damian Pierce merch. That's featuring him tonight. Damian Pierce over 2.5 receptions with over 65 yards. He calls it a profecta. It's a parlay plus 185. This would have a start time here of 8:15 Eastern time on Amazon Prime. All right, Mills, let's take over at Pick Dodge Prime. I guess we said you've been on absolute fire in the MMA this year. 2,417 units of profit from the MMA. It's been outstanding work there. Of course, tonight we've got a lot of action coming in here from the NBA. We've got World Series action, college football, and NFL heading into a good weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Man, RP takeoff. So I got my Thursday takeoff play in college football up today. Definitely, man, been having a good start in college football. On there, I'm definitely picking my spots. Some games that I like, but those aren't the ones that I'm betting and giving up my premium plays. Those are the games that I love. This is one right here that I got up there. Only $15 for you guys. Besides that, got my one UFC underdog bet up there for this Saturday. Had to put it out now because, the numbers are coming in on our side. So if you guys want to get that play, you want to get it now. But definitely, I got 2 plays up there. One for Saturday, one for today in college football. That's going to be my Thursday takeoff play. Besides that, best time right now, get that 3-day pass. Got college football, NBA around the corner, NFL on Sunday as well. Had to take a step back today. Only 2 games in the NBA. Besides that, yeah, man, this is the time right now, man. Come on over to Pick Dogs. We got it all. Combine me with your favorite capper out there. Give us that little 3-day trial, and hey, guaranteed to get some money in your pockets. Then you get something to get long-term invested. Cheaper than a cup of coffee.
Absolutely, guys. Got a board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs. We see the numbers here in MMA. They've been outstanding. 2,417 units of profit. Of course, showing profit as well in college football. Showing profit in MLB this season. So get on board, as he does have USC picks up there as well right now, as well as his takeoff Thursday college football play. Credit guarantee $15. Get on board there. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee as well. As Mills was talking about, here we are on a Thursday. It is a UFC weekend. He's got UFC plays up there right now, so get on board with Mills' 3-day pass. You got Mills' action here for tonight, Thursday, Friday, as well as Saturday. Saturday's fight night from UFC, so get that 3-day all sports pass. We got a lot of sports overlapping here with the baseball. We will have a baseball game on Saturday. It's guaranteed, right? Because it's a 2-2 series, so we have that to look at, as well as all that college football here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And of course, and all the UFC picks here from Millz, as you can see the results, 2,417 units of profit in MMA, all documented over the site. And there's a lot of people that give out picks in MMA, but how many people have their picks documented? That's always a question. None. None. Not a lot. Not a whole lot. And they could win like this. So you can verify these results over at Pick Dogs, going to Millz Handicapper page and seeing all the records, the wins, the losses, the pushes are all graded immediately on the site. This is all documented and automated here. As Mitch has a third party service. He pays for the lines, he pays for the grading, he pays for the scores, and that's how you get all these games graded so fast.
And what you're saying right there is so key. It's like, a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, they have to put out their records, they have to put out their numbers. I just sit back and it's like, man, anytime anybody has anything to say, I'm just like, go to the website, just shoot them a link. And it's like, it's kind of like when you ask somebody to do your homework for you and expect them to write it up for you, and they type it up and you're like, oh my God, you just typed it. It's done, man. Everything is done on Pick Dog's website. Everything's documented and tracked. You might have a lot of people out there giving you picks, giving you bets, but hey, everything that you want to see is right there. Follow the track record. It's nothing new. Haven't been just starting this, it's not a lucky win streak or anything. I'll be honest with you guys, Tony. I think I only had one bad week in UFC this year, and that was the week that you actually bigged me up, and that was 2 weeks ago. I had my first losing week about 2 weeks ago, and took it on the chin, man. Took it hard. It was that big UFC 280 card, man. But besides that, man, it's been a lot of profitable weeks, back to back to back, and the numbers speak for itself. Just trying to give winners out there and put money in your pocket long term.
When you go back and track these results, like I said, Millz guests on the show once a week, so I do all the show prep, I do all the graphics. All but 1 week that those numbers had gone up every week. Every week had gone up except 1 week. Amazing. I was like, I talk about it, right? I was afraid to say it again because I don't want to jinx you. That's what. But
yeah,
don't bring it up.
But yeah, transparency is key. But yeah, Tony came on, gave me the best intro, and we was like going up and up like Fat Joe. I clipped it and everything, and then that same week, shit the bed. So I was like, oh, okay, all right. Came back next week. Same thing. Told you, hey man, I got beat up last week. It's all right, man. I'm coming back this week and getting them. So, crawled right back out the next week. Didn't take it on the chin no more, man.
That's right. The results have been outstanding. MMA as well as a lot of the sports you're showing profit in. So get that 3-day pass right now. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also attach a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there, right? Millz, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you next week. Just want to get an update on the show here for that UFC show with you and Brad.
This Saturday is definitely going on. Last Saturday was a little bit hectic, had a lot of stuff going on. But this Saturday we will be going on right after the Saturday morning show. Don't have to rush anything or anything like that. This Saturday we got plenty of times to go over the whole card. You got about 11 fights on there. None of them got canceled except for one. So we definitely going to give you guys our best pick, best lottery parlay, and best dog of the day.
That's right, guys. Tune in here on the Pig Dogs channel right after the morning show's concluded. Then you got Brad and Millz with their show there with the UFC show. Get those great picks. You've seen the results; they've been outstanding. All right, Millz, keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, Tony, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Have a good night.
You got it. We got Millz here on the drive through. Millz Young. All right, let's continue on, guys. If you miss any picks, we'll recap it here at the end of the show. Let me just make sure I got everybody. Let's see. Smart, Sosh, McMordie, Ninos, Brown, Millz Young, and now we got Jay Briggs ready to bring this drive-through home here. Let's bring him in right now. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Pim, man, he's been smoking in the NBA. 985 units of profit in the NBA for this season. He's been on fire in the NBA. So let's get in. Jay, I hope you're catching his video series over at Pick Dogs with Jay's Jam Session. That has been a huge hit over at Pick Dogs. So let's bring him in right now. Jay Briggs. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going awesome tonight. All right, here we go tonight. We're going to look at this game again. Texans and Eagles. The Eagles laying 14. Total sets 45. You'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yes, sir, Tony. I'm fading everybody tonight. I'm going with the Texans in the first half. Now, look, I know the Eagles in the first half are undefeated this season. They haven't lost the first half. They covered the number in every first half this season. Tonight's the night it goes the other way. I just see it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I don't have no stats right up here just to back it up. We know that the Eagles are arguably the best team in the NFL coming in. We know the Texans are arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL coming in. But historically, we just seen it, man. These are these spots right here. And if there was a flat spot, this is it. Philadelphia coming out of the bye, playing one of the worst teams on a Thursday night. Or no, they didn't have a bye last week. My fault. They played the Steelers last week, which is like a bye. But they played the Steelers last week, short week, and now you got the Texans back-to-back weeks against terrible teams. I just see it as a flat spot for this Eagles team. I'm going to take the Texans here in the first half. I feel like all we really need in this one is a fumble, an early touchdown from the Texans, and we're green because at 8 points, that's a touchdown and a field goal. You know, we're you know, there's other things that can happen, but typically it's a touchdown and a field goal to get us over there. I don't really see them going for 2 to cancel us out or anything like that. So a touchdown and a field goal first half. I think everybody's humping up on that because they're undefeated in the first half against the number. I'm fading them. Give me the Texans tonight.
Texans here +8 against the Eagles. Yeah, the Texans, they're going to look to run the ball here. We know the Eagles have had some weakness stopping the run on the road. And, of course, when you look at the overall season numbers here for Houston, they've only been blown out really once in their games. One time, and they've been competitive. So if you're looking at overall game or, you know, even at the halftime number, they haven't been blown out. They've lost only one loss by more than 14 points in their 7 games.
Yeah, like you said, man, this Texans team, if y'all been paying attention, they're a scrappy group. I know they're awful, I know, but they're a scrappy group, and they're gonna. I think they really compete here with this Eagles team. The Eagles have no reason to air them out on this short week. They just want to get out of here healthy, get a win. You know, this is the NFL. One key injury could ruin their season. They're sitting at what are they right now? 7-0, trying to get to 8-0. Yeah, trying to get to 8-0. They just want to get out this short week healthy against a terrible team. I don't see them blowing these boys out. I think it's going to be a competitive game. I like the Texans in the first half.
All right, we got Texans first half +8 against the Eagles. This one have a start time here of 8:15 on Amazon Prime. All right, Jay, let's go over at Pick Dodge Framework. We've been on absolute fire here in the NBA. 985 units of profit in the NBA. That is all documented over at Pick Dog. You can verify these numbers by going to Jay's Handicapper page and going down to his pick history. So lots of action there in the NBA. We got 2-game card from the NBA tonight. We got a couple from college football, single games here from NFL as well as World Series. A lot on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. Tonight I only got 2 plays up there on the site tonight. I got my best bet in the NFL, and I got my my $15 NBA jam session. We dropped yesterday's jam session play. We had hit 4 in a row. We dropped last night. We plan on starting another streak, though. Y'all see the units. We've been on fire to begin this NBA season. So I got my best bet in the NBA tonight. We're overall 11-5 on the season on that jam session play. So we're still running red hot on it. And I love tonight's play as well. So, yeah, just 2 plays for me tonight. You can grab those individually. My best bet in the NFL, my best bet in the NBA. Y'all can catch my jam session. I go through the entire NBA slate every night. That's up there for tonight. 2 games, so y'all can go catch that. And y'all can catch it in the morning or maybe later tonight, depending on when I get it through. I think we got a decent-sized card tonight, so it might take me a little minute. But y'all can catch that probably tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up. Let's continue rolling. Hop on a long-term pass. Y'all see the units. I'm not going to slow down in my estimation in the NBA. Let's keep getting to it. 2-for-1 capper special with one of the other hot guys. Let's keep making money in the NFL.
That's right, guys. NBA. Indeed, get up over with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs from receiver results here in the NBA. They've been outstanding. NBA Jam Session, $15 pick is up there right now. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also, a lot of individual play here from the NFL best bet. The longer term passes, we've been saying this for early month of November here. That month pass, just get it. Don't even think about it. The 1 month all sports fest. Lots of action here in the month of November, as you know. A lot of these sports overlapping. We finished up the World Series. You got the NBA. We've got NFL, college football. Jay does post plays at hockey as well. College basketball starts on Monday. We have all these big holiday tournaments going on. As you know, we see these tournaments on NBA courts, Barclays Arena, Atlantic City. They go to even Cancun. They go to Hawaii and play games. Gonzaga's U.S. tour. You know, they like to tour the U.S. in November, December. So a lot happening here in month of November. That 1 month pass is the way to roll. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. And of course, use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. And you can access Jay's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Then click the Cappers tab, and you'll find his name there. Click it and get signed up. All right, Jay, as always, great having you on the show. I know you have a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. Your NBA Jam session, your video series. You're also in halftime tonight with the Mitch in the halftime picks between. If we can keep you guys, you need a lot of coffee for this one for the Eagles and Texans.
Yes, sir. Like you said, halftime tonight with Mitch. I'll be up because I'm going to be working on the jam session, so I'll for sure be up tonight. I know y'all be giving me trouble. I fell asleep one week earlier in the year, Tony. You know, them Thursday games, they be like that sometimes. I forgot which game it was.
That's right. Well, we have a good solution to that. We're going to give you NBA jam session. That'll keep you awake.
Yeah, so I'm going to be up tonight. I'm going to be on there tonight. We shall see. I know these Philly fans in the comments going to get on it, so we'll see what are we looking at the half.
Oh yeah, you got a great interest in this Eagle game. That's right. The Cowboy fans will be all ears on this one, hoping for an upset. Yeah. All right, there you go, Jake.
Yeah, need an upset.
That's right. It will be an upset, but we've seen it before. Nothing should surprise no one in the NFL.
Never. Like they say, any given Sunday, any given Thursday.
That's right. Any given Thursday, indeed. All right, Jay. Have a great night. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Tom.
You got Jay Briggs here on the drive through. All right, let's continue on. Guys, if you missed our picks, we'll recap here in a second here. So let's get to my pick, and then we'll get to the recap. And the play we'll be looking at, we're going to college football tonight with this Coastal Carolina App State game, and that's what we'll be looking at here. And this one starts here at 7:30, and we're going to be looking here at the home underdog, Coastal Carolina, here at +3 in this one. And, looking at this one, I just felt that, we've seen App State in spots like this where they really struggle to cover. They're 5-3. They did beat Robert Morris here. Coastal Carolina 7-1 this year. Did have a little bit of an issue offensively against Marshall, but when we look here at the Mountaineers, they do have a road loss at Texas State. They were held to 14 points as a win over Texas A&M, and App State has failed to cover 5 of their past 6 Sun Belt games. And we look here at in the spot here with the Coastal Carolina team. At home here, they have a pretty good. They move the football through the air very well. The Coastal Carolina team, Chanticleer, is averaging nearly 300 yards passing, 10.2 yards per attempt in their home stadium. We'll look at the underdog here with Coastal Carolina. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium right now. I have a 3-pack up there with my $15 premium pick attached to an individual plays here as well from NFL and college football. As my best bet is the NBA, so get on board there. If you get my 3-pack, there's no reason to get the best bet because that's also part of my 3-pack. So my $15 premium pick is part of my 3-pack. Or if you just want my standalone, you can get my $15 premium pick from college football right now over at Pick Dogs. Also part of the 2-for-1 capper promotions. You can match me up with another capper like with Jay, like with Little L, Big L, Damian Sosh, Alex Smart, Millz, Tony Brown. Our 2-for-1 capper promotion, best value over at Pick Dogs Premium, and we always talk about that 1 month pass, the best value right now at Pick Dogs. All right, let's get to the show recap the games from today's show. We'll take the pick off the screen. We started off here with Alex Draymond Green under 5.5 assists. Damian was on Warriors Magic over 226. McMordie on the Texans +14 against the Eagles. Ninos, Miles Sanders anytime touchdown -120. Tony Brown on Kings Blackhawks over 6. Millz likes Damian Pierce over 2.5 receptions with over 65 rushing yards. That he calls it his player profecto. It's a parlay here at +185. Jay likes Texans +8 first half against the Eagles, and I'll be on Coastal Carolina +3 against Appalachian State. Here that it is. We have a lot of plus there. And the one I like the most here, let's see. I like that Kings Blackhawks game going over 6. The Kings are just an offensive machine. They don't seem to be playing the defense, but I like that one to be a lot of scoring in that game. All right, that's gonna do it here for this edition of the drive-thru. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Big Dogs and Sports Chat. They'll give out live free picks for Friday's action. Have a huge NBA card for you there. College football as well. It'll be a really good weekend coming up for this weekend. First weekend here in November. So looking forward to it as we're getting closer to holiday action. So make sure you guys, if you're looking for long-term passes, get the 30-day pass. Just get it and don't even think about it. Because month of November, there's a lot of excitement here as we edge closer to college basketball here on Monday. All right. Don't forget what's going on over at Pick Dogs, right? Tonight, we have the halftime show. So make sure you guys have your phones with you. Set these notifications so when Jay and Mitch are on live, you're live with them. so you can get those halftime picks from tonight's game. And of course, usually you can also just click the banner there about 5 minutes, right around the 2-minute warning. And what happens is when you click the banner of their live show, it will go live automatically. So that's a way to roll there. As long as Mitch puts in the titles ahead of time, then you'll be able to do that. So that's another thing to look out for. So keep an eye there on that. Also, too, the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch, you got Chris, you got Rod with a lot of picks, a full sports rundown for Friday on the morning there with Mitch, Chris, and Rod. Also, video series up there right now. NFL with Jay, with Big Al, McMordie, and Mitch. Also, the college football show today was shot with Romanelli, with Chris, as well as Mitch. So lots happened over at Pick Dogs. Don't forget Javon's 2-team parlay. Jay's jam session. Picks from the every game on the board here covered by Jay with picks. Check out Jay's jam session. Again, like, subscribe, set notifications so when Jay drops that video, you're there to get it. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. And we're going to wave goodbye to you guys. And you guys have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow here on The Drive.